Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News show. Let's begin with our daily news. Man United winger Facundo Pellistri wanted by Sheffield United on loan. Manchester United winger Facundo Pellistri has emerged as a loan target for a newly promoted Sheffield United, according to the Telegraph. The Blades have had a tough start on their top flight return, and they have failed to pick up a point from their opening two games of the season. Manager Paul is eyeing reinforcement in the attacking third, and it's reported that the Blades are in talks to sign Pellistri on loan. Pellistri has been linked with a temporary exit on multiple occasions this summer, and manager Erik ten Hag could have the final say on the decision. The Red Devils currently have Antony as an undisputed starter on the right wing. Pellistri came off the bench to replace him against Wolves and Tottenham. Aside from the Uruguayan, Sancho and Alejandro Garnacho can also operate from the right flank, but neither of them have looked comfortable from that role. In our view, United should keep Pellistri until January at least, with Amad Diallo out with a knee injury. The club are short of specialist options in the attacking spot. The final decision could rest on Ten Hag. If the Dutchman does not believe Pellistri could play regularly, the club may decide to send him out on loan to the Blades. A temporary stunt in the Premier League could be beneficial for Pellistri. He would have guaranteed playing time and the chance to make goal contributions. At United, he has been restricted to cameo roles off the bench. The 21-year-old would have the opportunity to prove his credentials with a year away from the club. Rennes eyeing surprise move for Victor Lindelof, but the transfer remains complex. Rennes are interested in signing Manchester United defender Victor Lindelof if Arthur Theate leaves the club in the coming days, according to Fabrice Hawkins. The Sweden international is currently the third choice centre-back in the United squad, behind Raphael, Varan and Lisandro Martinez. He is not exploring a move away from Old Trafford, but Hawkins says that the 29-year-old is high on the wish list of Rennes if Theate leaves. A transfer remains complex, considering Lindelof is enjoying his spell with the Red Devils. Lindelof had a tough spell at the beginning of the year, where he was a regular on the bench. However, the £31 million signing played a big role in the final months of the campaign, as United clinched a top four finish in the Premier League. He is once again on the bench with Varan and Martinez fit for selection, but he should get playing time, with the former being injury-prone. Hence, there is no reason why he should consider a move away from United. In our view, the club are more likely to offload Harry Maguire. That also seems unlikely to happen. The former captain recently turned down a move to West Ham United after a verbal deal was agreed. The Red Devils had plans of replacing Maguire with Benjamin Pavard from Bayern München, but the Frenchman is now on his way to Inter. The Nerazzurri are in advanced negotiations with the German champions, and a transfer could be finalized in the space of the next few days. Harry Maguire's situation has gone completely quiet, says Fabrizio Romano. Manchester United's mission to generate funds from departures has shuddered to a halt after multiple developments in the window caused the moves to fall through. The main among these has been Harry Maguire's collapsed move to West Ham United. Maguire being paid to leave was reportedly not something United entertained, leading to a potential windfall of £30 million slipping from their hands for the player. Now Fabrizio Romano reports that since the move collapsed, the Harry Maguire situation is completely quiet. He says that nothing is happening with the player, and even though United have replacements for him ready on their list, the situation is not changing. Consequently, he reports that United are not likely to sign another centre-back since potential arrivals were contingent on the fee United would get for Maguire. One of the names on their list, Benjamin Pavard, is already close to a move to Inter Milan after agreeing terms with them. In the absence of any movement on the Maguire front, The field could think further as other teams will keep making moves for the same players. Maguire, who is on nearly £200,000 a week, has been on the bench for both Premier League games so far. Recent suggestions from United legends have been that even Johnny Evans could be ahead of him in the pecking order once he signs a long term deal with the club. With the Euros tournament on the horizon, Maguire's lack of playing time might come back to hurt his international selection prospect. Therefore, it can be argued that the collapsed move has benefited nobody. Maguire rides the bench, potentially missing out on a major international tournament. Erik ten Hag can't get a player more suited for his system, and United remain stuck in no-deal territory as dominoes around them keep falling. Manchester United's Raphael Varane has no interest in Saudi Arabia move. Manchester United defender Raphael Varane is not interested in moving to Saudi Arabia. This is according to French journalist Julien Laurent, who reports that Varane is set to stay at United for at least one more season. Reports recently surfaced that Saudi pro club Al Ittihad were interested in signing the four-time Champions League winner. It was indicated that Varane was being encouraged by Karim Benzema and N'Golo Kante to make the switch from Old Trafford. A report covered by the People's Person later detailed that Al Ittihad opened preliminary negotiations with United over Varane's transfer. The 30-year-old was said to have given positive indications that he was open to a Saudi switch. The Gulf state has, of course, invested large sums of money into attracting some of Europe's biggest talents to their country. Some of the players that have already gone there include Cristiano Ronaldo, Roberto Firmino, Koulibaly, Alex Telles, Neymar, and Saint-Maximin. However, according to Laurent, there is nothing in the rumors that Varane wants Al Ittihad. He said, I didn't think I needed to do this, but the rumors are going too strong now. So no, Raphael Varane hasn't been contacted by any Saudi Arabian club. He is very happy at United and wouldn't want to leave, even if one contacted him. Varane has started both of United's games in the 23-24 campaign. He had an amazing start when he found the back of the net at Old Trafford during his side's opening tie against Wolverhampton Wanderers. It will come as good news to supporters that the World Cup winner's future is secure and there is no threat of losing him. Man United can sign Benfica goalkeeper Odysseus Vlachodimos for just €10 million. Manchester United have been handed the opportunity to sign Benfica goalkeeper Odysseus Vlachodimos for just €10 million, according to Ojogo. The Greece international has been Benfica's number one for the past 5 years, making over 200 appearances. However, he was recently dropped from the matchday squad by manager Roger Schmidt. Samuel Soares started in the 2-0 victory over Amadora last week, and summer signing Anatoly Trubin made the bench ahead of Vlachodimos. Ojogo claims that Benfica have opened the door for his departure, and his next destination could be the Red Devils, who are eyeing a new deputy keeper. Vlachodimos signed a new contract in March with a release clause worth €60 million, but Benfica are prepared to sell him for a modest fee of €10 million. Dean Henderson is currently the backup goalkeeper for the Red Devils, but the club graduate is widely expected to leave the club before the transfer deadline. Nottingham Forest have been linked with his services for some time, while Crystal Palace have recently joined the pursuit of the talented England international. His departure could coincide with the arrival of Vlachodimos. United are already exploring a deal and could make a formal bid as soon as Henderson departs. The Greek would be a good acquisition in our view. He had a passing accuracy of 80% in the Primera Liga last term, with a save success rate of 73%. He does not possess the sweeper-keeper ability of Onana, but has a solid presence in the box and can make high claims. At €10 million, it would be a fair deal for United. Manchester United mutually terminate Mason Greenwood's contract. Manchester United have announced the mutual ending of the contract of Mason Greenwood after the conclusion of an internal investigation. The Red Devils had been conducting an investigation since February after the English striker had charges of attempted rape, controlling and coercive behavior, and assault against him dropped by the Crown Prosecution Service. Greenwood was suspended by Man United in January 2022 following his arrest for the alleged crimes, and he has not played for the club or trained with his teammates at Carrington since. The Red Devils were attempting to have him back in their squad, but have decided against it following a widespread backlash. The 21-year-old had 2 years left on his contract, with the option of another 12 months, but he will now look to revive his career elsewhere. The England international is unlikely to play in the Premier League again, and it's safe to say that his international career with the Three Lions is also over. While Greenwood was never declared guilty in court, the evidence plastered against him all over social media when the event first happened has done more than enough damage to his reputation. A move to another club in Europe could also be difficult for the Man United Academy graduate to secure, leaving Saudi Pro League clubs as the most likely to register an interest in him. Greenwood bagged 35 goals and 12 assists in 139 games for the Red Devils and was widely regarded as one of the most promising forwards on the planet during his brief playing career at Old Trafford. Unfortunately, he will have to look elsewhere to continue his career and also prove he is innocent, but the accusations will continue to trail him for a long time. We wish Greenwood the best luck. Man United and Liverpool in talks with Ryan Gravenberch's management. Manchester United and Liverpool are in talks with the representatives of Bayern München midfielder Ryan Gravenberch over a possible transfer, according to the Telegraph. The Netherlands international joined Bayern from Ajax during last summer's transfer window. He had a difficult debut season with less than 600 minutes in the Bundesliga. It's now reported that the 21-year-old is weighing up his options and would consider a move to the Premier League. United and Liverpool have contacted his management. The Telegraph claim that a loan deal is a possibility if Bayern are reluctant to sell him this summer. The Red Devils were interested in signing Gravenberch from Ajax last summer, but he chose to join Bayern. The move has not worked out for him so far. Joshua Kimmich and Leon Goretzka are assured starters in midfield for Bayern, while a new signing Konrad Leimer is also ahead of the Dutchman in the pecking order. Gravenberch is currently the second backup midfield option in the squad, but Bayern could be reluctant to consider his exit with very less time left to sign a replacement. If they were to change their stance, a loan deal could be a solution. United boss Erik ten Hag knows Gravenberch very well, having handed him his debut at Ajax, while Liverpool are also interested in the £151,000 a week star. The Red Devils should have a genuine advantage in the pursuit due to the presence of Ten Hag. United are currently craving for a midfielder that can support Casemiro defensively. Gravenberch would be a quality signing. He should be familiar to the playing style. Manchester United would have signed Janam Rabbit by now if they truly wanted him. Manchester United would have signed Fiorentina midfielder Janam Rabbit by now if they truly wanted him, according to Manchester Evening News writer Samuel Luckhurst. The very mention of his name to one high-profile Man United official on the preseason tour of the United States prompted them to screw up their face. The Red Devils have been regularly linked with the Morocco international this summer, but nothing has materialized since, and there are no signs anything is getting closer with less than 2 weeks left in the transfer window. Rabbit is out of contract next year, but that is not a strong enough incentive, with Man United likely to make a move for Bayern München midfielder Ryan Gravenberch instead. The former Ajax star has been recently linked with reuniting with Erik ten Hag, and he is expected to leave the Bundesliga club this summer. as he is unsatisfied with being out of the starting 11. Rabbit's representatives are pushing for a move, and he has also been linked with Liverpool. Man United could do with a combative number 6, and while the Moroccan fits the bill, it does not appear he is in the manager's plans. The Red Devils have spent £180 million on the acquisitions of Andre Onana, Mason Mount, and Rasmus Højlund this summer. Although they need to sell players before making further additions, they would not have wasted time signing Rabbit if they wanted him. They suffered in the middle of the park against Wolverhampton Wanderers and Tottenham Hotspur, with the trio of Casemiro, Mount, and Bruno Fernandes struggling whenever Man United were not in possession. The Red Devils need to strengthen their midfield before the transfer window closes if they are serious about winning major silverware this term, but it does not appear they will be signing Rabbit despite the regular links. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.